What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of 2 Valve GT. Today, we got something. You guys it's already been on the channel. You already kind of know about it, but last night I kind of made the executive decision, and we decided we're going to go ahead with resurrecting this 2000 GT. I mean, as you can see, the car is it's not the prettiest, but yet it's not the worst either. This thing is stupid clean. I picked this thing up. A friend of mine here in town where I live, he deals in junk cars. He's a scrapper. He buys up cars for little or nothing and then scraps them. He picked this car up, was going to haul it in for junk, and then he decided he would give me a call. So I told him, just drop it off up the house, let me look at it. Well, right away I knew I wasn't just going to let him scrap it. I mean, as you can see, just the walk around, the car it's straight, it's solid, it is clean. It has 17x9 chrome Cobra R wheels. I do have the fourth one. It has a Cervini's 2000 Cobra R hood on it. And sitting under the hood is, give me a second here. Oop. We've got let me put the prop rod up here. It has your 4.6 liter 2 valve modular V8. This is a Windsor V8. It does have underdrive pulleys on it with a Steeda timing adjuster. It does have Steeda pulleys on it. BBK cold air kit. Stock throttle body, stock intake. It does have, probably really can't see, but it's got BBK long tube headers on it. The story I got on the car, it does run. I guess it does run. It has a bad spark plug hole in it. I mean, as you can see right here, this one coil pack is different from the rest of them. Story I got with talking with the previous owner of the car, it blowed this spark plug here out, and they put one of them off-the-shelf AutoZone spark plug repair things on it. We'll probably tear into it and see, maybe put another head on it, or take that head off and have it retapped, fixed the right way. It is a 5-speed. Here, we'll show you on the inside of the car. Never mind the dirt and stuff, it's all over it. The inside of the car, I mean, it's got some junk in it that the previous owner left in it. This is the worst part of the whole car on the inside, is the driver's side seat. It is a 5-speed, and I noticed it has this Brothers Performance speed cowl in it. What gears is in the car, I do not know. I do not know what gears is in it. I need to take the cover off that box and take a look at the dip switches on it, see where they're set at, look at the chart, and go from there. And then jack the car up, pull the cover off, and look at the gears, see what's in it. I'm going to go on a limb and say it's got 373s in it. I don't know. But, I mean, it is a fairly clean car. It's got leather interior, Mach 460. It's got traction control. It's got all the bells and whistles on it. I picked this thing up for $500. I did. I picked it up for $500. It's supposed to have a transmission issue. It won't go into gear. It could be just the clutch is bad. It could be a stretched clutch cable. It could be just the tranny itself's junk. I haven't looked into it yet because the weather here in Ohio is pretty shitty right now. I mean, I'm out here in the freezing cold, freezing my balls off in the rain, making this video for you guys. But another thing I'll show you with this car is the previous owner, the kid that originally owned the car, this car developed a transmission issue several years ago. He parked it. He moved a couple times and moved the car with him and lost the keys for it. You know, throughout time, the keys become lost for it. My buddy, when he bought the car for junk, needed to unlock the steering wheel to get it loaded on a trailer, and this is how they done it. They went old crackhead car thief and just busted the tumbler right out of it. So I'm looking at putting a steering column and a tumbler in it. And I can take it, I can load it up and take it to a Ford dealer, get a tumbler for it, and have a key made and programmed. All I gotta do is show proof of ownership of the car, which that'll get expensive. I'm looking for, because it does have PATs on it, I'll need an ECM, a PATs module, and obviously a column and a tumbler with a key for this car. Previous owner told me the car did run. He said it ran real good. But we're going to look into that. We're going to get this car running. Regardless if the engine's bad or not, transmission's bad or not, we're going to save this car. Yeah, we're going to save this car and put it back on the road. It's going to be a nice little project for the channel. Put some good content up. I've got a Texas aluminum block. Just a bare block with a crank. And I have the crank for it. And I have a set of NPI pistons. We might put the NPI pistons in this Texas block, put a set of NPI heads on it, or excuse me, a set of PI heads on it, put PI cams in it. That might make a good little motor for this car. And we'll put another 5-speed in it. I'd like to have one automatic, to be honest with you, I would. But we got a 5-speed, that's what we're going to go with. We'll keep it 5-speed, and we'll go through it. We'll fix all things on it, go through the brakes on it, you know, go through the suspension, the interior. But our main concern right now on going forward with this is getting the car to run. We'll get it to run. Now the whole reason why I bought this car, I mean, as you may know from some of my other videos, was we bought it for a few parts for my white 98 right here. You know, we bought it to take, we bought it for the AC lines, the bracket that holds the dryer on. We do plan on going ahead and moving forward with that, with taking that stuff off of this car to put on the white car. Because that white car is going to be like my everyday, like, run around, you know. And it sucks not having AC in it, especially in these hot, humid Ohio summers. This car, this red 2000, we're going to get it running, but I don't know if we'll keep it around. We may just flip it. That was kind of another reason why I bought it. The price was cheap enough. The price was expensive to get what I wanted off the car. You know, the few little, like, bits and pieces that I wanted off the car was a little much. But once I seen how clean it was, I was like, hell yeah, we can fix it, get it on the road, and flip it. That car would make somebody a real nice car. Somebody's just wanting to get in, do the Mustang scene there. That, dude, this will be a great car for you. And I don't mind even selling it the way it sits right now. If somebody wanted it, it saves me a lot of work. But I'd rather keep it and get it running, so I can show you guys that you can buy these things cheap. I mean, these two cars, let me flip back to you. This car and this car, now keep in mind the white one did not look this nice when I bought it. It was wrecked. That's another video for another time. But both these cars right here, I picked this one up for 500 bucks. I picked this one up for 250 bucks. To date on this car, I've got about 2,800 bucks in it. This car still got 500 bucks in it. And I'm going to show you on this red car that you can. They are out there. You can buy these things for little or nothing. 500 bucks. That car was free for 500 bucks. I mean, to me, $500 is a lot of money. But I know some of you guys are a little bit more financially off. You know, 500 bucks is like free. But we're going to get into, you know, doing this car on the cheap. If we don't have to buy it new, we're not going to. We're going to source parts for this car from Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace. You know, just wheeling and dealing with other car guys that may have a few things laying around. They do some bartering. Bartering is like the ultimate. That's the best. You know, everybody gets what they want when it's all said and done. Yeah, you may be on the losing end. You may be on the winning end. But at the end of the day, both parties got what they wanted. I'm all about bartering. If I can get it for nothing, that's what we're going to try to do. And we're going to hit up like eBay, you know, find some used shit on there, hit up the pull-up parts, you know, that these pull-up parts are getting full of these SN95s. A lot of them is V6 cars. You can luck out and stumble across the GT, but like if we can find a laser red front bumper cover for this car, dude, we don't have to paint it. If we can stumble across one at a U pull-up somewhere, damn right we're going to get it and put it on this car. And like the seat, perfect junkyard item. Perfect. Tan leather, it's going to be a little bit harder to find. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But like I said, for like right now, the plan for this car, for this 2000 right now, is first of all, we need to get it in the garage. We got a couple projects in here right now, like his four-wheeler that I'm still pissing with, and my buddy's 96 GTS that we're still pissing with. We're just waiting on some parts to come in. He ordered a new fuel rail, and there was something else he ordered for it. We're going to do that, and then we're probably going to pull this car outside so we can get this 2000 in here. And we got to get my truck in here too, so I can quit dailying my 98 Mustang. We can get my truck in here, get transmission changed in it. But that's really all I wanted to discuss with you today, is this plans for this red car. We're not gonna go hog wild on putting mods and stuff on it. You know, if I come across an intake plenum and a throttle body for this car, if I happen to come across one that's super cheap, or I do some wheeling and dealing and get one, yeah, fuck yeah, we're gonna put it on this car. But just to go out and buy a new one, no, we're not going to. I did plan on if this car had 373s in it, I did plan on pulling the rear end out and putting it in my white car, because my white car has 410s in it. Now that we decided we're going to go ahead and move on with this red car, we're probably just going to leave the 373s in it. There's plenty of gears out there, 373s, that we can get for the white car. I mean, the 410s that are in it. I work for LKQ, dismantling wrecked cars. The 410 gears that's in my white car come out of a Ford Explorer Sport Track that I tore apart at work. That's what the gears come out of. So I can get gears. Ain't that big of a deal. We'll just take them out of something else and put in it. Not even 100% sure yet that I'm even going to mess around with changing the gears in that car. But that's about what we're going to do with that. And we still got videos coming on the white car. We're going to do the AC install. We're going to reinstall all the air conditioning parts and get the AC to work on that car. We've got we're going to change the intake on it. I've just got another stock PI intake that I'm going to put on it, because mine's got a couple, the little parts on the intake that the coil packs screw down to. Mine's got a couple that's broke, so I'm just going to change it. I haven't had no problems with them, with the coil packs popping up out, but you know, just for peace of mind, I'm going to go ahead and change it anyway. I ordered the gaskets for it on Rock Auto. I think they were like $13 for a set of gaskets, so we'll just go ahead and we'll throw those on, and we might, I don't know yet. We're going to put a clutch in it. I've had the clutch for it. I got a brand new stage 1 clutch. We're going to put, stage 2 clutch. I wanted a stage 1, but I got trigger happy and ordered a stage 2 and didn't realize it till after I got it. So, oh well. Yeah, oh well. We'll just put it in anyway. We got new stage 2 clutch. We got a new billet flywheel we're going to put in it. I don't know if we're going to pull the motor out or just drop the tranny when we do it. I don't know yet. I might pull the engine out, because we might smooth out the engine bay in it while we got it apart. I don't know yet. It feels on how motivated I am to actually fucking do something. But that's about it for this one. So stay tuned out there for some videos on this red car, on this 2000 GT. I think we're going to leave the wheels that are on it. I've got some tires for it. It's got 275/40s all the way around it, but I think we're going to kind of stagger them. We're going to put 275/40s on the back, 245/45s on the front. I do have some tires laying around that we'll put on it. We're going to leave the Cobra R wheels on it. We're going to do that. I may buy a set of lowering springs for it to do away with the off-road package that Ford puts on them from the factory. We may buy a set of like SBE lowering springs or SR performance springs, whichever. But then again, you know, we're all about doing it on the cheap here. We may just take the coils out, cut a coil off, and put them back in the car. And then take that couple hondo we were going to use on springs, put it towards something else like belts, hoses, fluids, gaskets, you know, whatever, bolts, whatever we need for this thing. But that'll wrap it up for this video today. Keep it real out there, fellas.